Hello everybody, mrkhamzillabusiness here, back with some more Sonic content, and today we're going to be reviewing the Jakks specific 4-inch Sonic figure. So a bit of backstory of how I came across this figure. So I live in Canada, which means that these aren't easily accessible to me to buy. You'd think that I'd be able to buy them in your regular toy store or something like that, but interestingly enough, they're not carried in Toys R Us, which is, I guess, kind of Canada only now. From what I can tell, but it's kind of weird on their website, in store, also like Walmart and stuff like that. I know that in the US you can get these in Target and stuff like that. They are in the toy aisles, probably next to Mario action figure stuff. But I had to order these off of Amazon US because even Amazon Canada did not have Sonic figures, like, at all. So I had to pay a little extra to get these, get this guy. I also got a few others, so if you do want to see other reviews, I can definitely do those in the future. But as far as, yeah, pricing, normally I think they're about $20. I think that's US pricing. Canadian, that'll probably be upwards of $30-ish. I paid a bit extra for that, obviously shipping, stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about the figure rather than the cost. So Sonic comes with a purple Chaos Emerald, which is very large. Like, it should have been smaller, but it's a Chaos Emerald. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of a basic gem. I feel like this is kind of one of those things that you get in one of those, like, you put like $1 in and it dispenses like the little ball and you open it and it's got like this little prize inside the gems. I could probably pull them out at some point, but I have a couple of these gems. They're about the same size, which I got from one of those like machines that you find in like restaurants or the convenience store or something like that. Like, you know what I'm talking about, probably. I don't know what they're called, but they're like the toy surprise things. I don't know, you put $1 in and it dispenses a thing. But anyway, this is a pretty, it's an okay accessory. Some of the other figures have a bit more interesting accessories, like a spring or some spikes or something like that. But it's nice to get a Chaos Emerald, and purple is my favorite color, so I'm not complaining about the color. And there's a little hole at the bottom. I think that is a peg that you can put on the Green Hill Zone playset, which is for the 2.5-inch figures, but I think it's an inch, right? That's the sizing of these guys. But these seem quite large for the small figures. Anyway, let's talk about Sonic. Now, the articulation on this figure is actually quite awesome. There is a bunch of different points of articulation. I think there was like 11 or something like that. I mean, we'll count them as we go. So there's the head, which you can swivel from side to side. That's cool. The arms, they move from like side to side, so back and forth, and they even move up and down, so you can bend them up. So now he's got like a little hand up here. His hands, they are on a ball joint as well, so you can actually swivel them and also kind of pose them a little. He's got this hand open here, like he wants to hold something, or he can do that like Italian thing. Yes, the Italian thing, that's what I'm dubbing it. I don't know what it's actually called, but yes, the Italian thing. Sorry, Italians. But that's really cool. Just pretty basic articulation. You can kind of put him in a pose and stuff like that. As far as his legs go, you've got the kind of same articulation. You can kind of swivel them back and forth and move them backwards and forwards, because there is a little joint. There we go. If I bring him closer, you can see that there is a little, I'll focus even more. There's a little joint right there. Same with the arm. You've got the exact same thing. You can kind of see it. That helps it move back and forth. The knees, they split in the middle, which is really cool that they did that. They're the Jakks specific figures, I gotta give them credit. They're quite solid figures, and they've got pretty good articulation. Like, they're not flimsy or anything. I was expecting like a flimsy figure or like cheaper plastic, but it's a quality figure. I just want to point that out. But the knees, they bend. Yes, he looks like he's got his knee chopped in half. And the shoes also have a bit of a ball joint, so you can like swivel them around and stuff like that, pose them a bit. And just nice detailing in the shoe. You've got the nice buckle, the sock coming out, and even a little back and bottom detailing, and little pegs to put on the Green Hill Zone playset, which is proportionally a lot smaller than these guys. And I think that's the only kind of playset that they have stands for, or like that the pegs are made for. But it's interesting that they're not included with stands, because Sonic especially, if you don't pose him right, like, that was perfect. Generally I need to fidget with him a little. Like if I just kind of plop him down, he kind of falls back. He's back heavy because his quills are pretty big, they're cool. Obviously Sonic, oh, and I should have pointed out that he does have a little tail. Back quills, nice quills, and I'll even show you the paint job on this. It's not bad at all. I was expecting, I'm so used to Lego where the print on the torso is just such a different color, or like the face is just such a different color than maybe like the arm color or something like that. But as far as it goes, I mean, it's a little different, but they did a pretty good job. The smile just kind of, I don't know, something about it being so red, something about it just doesn't seem right, but it still works nicely. It's Sonic. The eyes, no problems there. Some figures have a bit of problems. The nose is also cool, and there you can see the little, like, I don't know, he's got a line down the middle of his face, so you can see there's like a crease on his brow or something like that, whatever you want to call that. But it's a really nice sculpting. The nose is pretty flimsy. I would not recommend bending that, just because it will probably break off if you do try to play with his nose, so definitely would not recommend that. But yeah, that's basically Sonic. And I think that they did a fantastic job with this figure. And there's a lot of posing capabilities, or like posing opportunities, like you saw I did the running thing where he's kind of like there we go, I got that perfect. He's kind of running in a position, you can move his arms back so that he's kind of running forwards, you can pose it a bit. But, and I've got him on studs here, so obviously it's harder to pose. Maybe it's easier to do a pose like this just because it's on studs. But you can do a lot of cool poses. If you got one of the stands, you could probably put him in like a jumping position or something like that, so he's pretty cool. It looks like he just finished a level or something like that. But great figure overall. Jakks Pacific did a fantastic job. I have never actually owned a Sonic figure. Interestingly enough, despite the fact that I grew up on Sonic and was always a Sonic fanboy, I never really owned much Sonic stuff. I had a couple Sonic plushes. I was kind of a kid that played with my stuffies all the time, so that was kind of what entertained me. I know some people had action figures and stuff like that that they played with, but I was more of the stuffies. I have a closet just full of stuffies and stuff like that. Not that many Sonic ones. I actually, oh man, now I'm going into deep lore. This is another video in itself, but anyway, I played with Sonic stuffies when I was younger, but I never owned Jazzware's Sonic figures, is what I'm trying to get at. So, for this being a first experience of a Sonic action figure, I'm not disappointed at all. These are good figures. I would recommend picking them up. I believe that this Sonic was from Wave 2, I think, Purple Chaos Emerald. Correct me if I'm wrong, it might be Wave 3 or 4, I'm not even sure. But they're releasing more awesome stuff. Some of you may be aware that they're releasing a Death Egg robot in the near future, which is something we've never got a toy of. They've made Mighty, they've made like a bunch of awesome figures, which I would totally recommend picking up if you can. If you're American, you live in the US, I would recommend going to your local Target. Fellow Canadians, rest in peace. We probably can't get these unless you spend a fortune on Amazon or you just happen to pick them up somewhere else. If you have found them in Canada, let me know. I would love to know where they are so that I can pick up more. And I actually have two other figures which I ordered as well, which are Mighty and Knuckles. So if you guys want to see reviews on those one as well, just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you really enjoyed it, I would really appreciate a like and a comment. If you're brand new here, please consider subscribing. It keeps me motivated to make more content, and I love to see that people appreciate it, and your support just means the world. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.